Hey, so after I posted my rejection of martyr motherhood video, I had some people follow up, like messaging me saying, okay, what does true self-care look like as a mom? And I understand this question because it definitely is limited typically in comparison to like other stages of life, but I don't think that means it's impossible. For context, I am a mom of 5 kids, ages 10 and under. I'm also a perinatal mental health therapist. Before I address this question, I'm going to say one thing and don't get mad. Don't get mad, okay? Things like taking a shower are not self-care. That's basic hygiene. Going grocery shopping without a child is not self-care. That's just a task that you have to do. I'm not saying there aren't benefits to doing these things. Of course there are, but basic tasks that you have to like do in normal life and doing them without a child do not count as self-care. Now, if you want to take a shower and it's like an everything shower and you have your special soaps and you take as long as you want and blah, 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 you make it fancy. I think that could count as self-care. I think if you want to go and run errands and wander down the aisles all by yourself and not have a kid asking you for a million things and not having like a task list, grocery list in mind, I think that could count. Let's think of self-care as something that does not serve anyone but you, right? So like the later benefits of you being like a calmer, more relaxed, happier parent, partner, friend, that might benefit them, but the actual act is just for you. You know, that being said, sometimes we do need to start from square one. If we've been neglecting ourselves by, because of ourselves or because of just how our lives are and what stage we're in, like not enough sleep or movement or hygiene or whatever, I do think it's very important to start working on those things first because they're basic building blocks. But self-care itself depends on the person. I used to love getting my nails done, but eventually it was just not a viable option because it was too expensive. So I had to pivot. I do them at home now. But anyways, sometimes my self-care is reading a book. Sometimes it's making time for an afternoon with a friend, like going out for a meal or something. But at the end of the day, it's something that I feel better after I do it. It's like a gift to myself. This is also a nuanced conversation because I understand not every mother or parent out there has a partner who you can share the responsibility with. But there are ways to create self-care if that's not a possibility. A really easy thing that has made a huge difference for me is taking the time to create some structure during my week so I have to think about it less. So, for example, every Thursday night, we have breakfast for dinner. That might sound like a really small thing, but this used to be a night that my husband would always work. And so I was doing everything by myself that night. And the idea of like having to figure out what to make for dinner was honestly stressing me out because I would make things and then my kids would hate it and it sucked, okay? So I decided once that Thursday was breakfast for dinner night and it actually made me dread that night less. So sometimes self-care just looks like making life easier for yourself in small ways that feel really big. Again, this is like kind of a complex conversation. It's nuanced, right? Self-care is a big buzzword, and sometimes we think it has to be big things like going to the spa or going on a weekend away, and sometimes it can be those things, but there are also small ways we can care for ourselves and treat ourselves like someone we actually love and someone that has wants and needs and deserves to have those met. So if you have a partner that you can rely on, please do that. And if not, do you maybe like have a relative or a friend, or can you like get creative to make sure that you're showing yourself and your family that your needs and wants matter too? We are all worth caring for in this way, no matter what. Martyr motherdom, it's over, y'all.